All right, we live. Let me go ahead and shoot these invites out. However that may be. Oh, here we go. All right, let me go ahead and shoot these invites out. Macho, what up, though? All right, let me shoot these invites out real quick to the folks, to the gang. We got Rufio. I see, I should have been did this. All right. And Sean. There we go. All right. Go ahead and jump in, Rufio. I just sent the invite. Yes, sir.
Yo.
What's happening?
Good
We
evening.
out here.
Good evening. Yes, I just sent Sean the invite too. Sean Uppercut.
Yes, sir.
And how's everybody doing?
Good.
Doing
Hey,
all
does
right,
everything
man.
sound okay without the earphone?
Yeah, man. Cause man,
All right.
I'm hearing a little bit of echo myself.
I don't give a damn.
That's right. It's not about me. I'm sorry.
I was doing some extra shit. I'm up here grabbing iRig mics. I'm like, let me try to hook this up. And let me try to make it sound like that. I'm like, nah, fuck it. Let me go ahead and unplug, man, and get it going, man. Shit, we over here. I guess y'all want to wait on Sean to join, or we?
I mean, we live, baby. We live.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
The streets are watching. I'm pretty sure
Right.
these people that's joining have nothing to do with me because I've never seen any of these people that's hopping in the live.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
like,
These some of the homies that pop into my lives. Enlightening Storms, Verism. What's up, y'all?
let me try to shoot
Yellow.
another invite real quick.
Word up. Sean Ups.
Let's see what's happening. All right. So yeah, man, I guess we about to jump right into it. Then he gonna jump in eventually when he can, I guess. So man,
For sure.
Okay.
it needed to happen. This needed to happen.
Yes.
Very necessary since it's a name tag is necessary. Pretty much a podcast for the most part. And then we got the internal invite slash Detroit City. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, yes, Lord.
Invite. So this is long overdue, man. So
Absolutely.
everybody that's on the live, man, they pretty much familiar with who everyone is, man. So the people that's on here, we got Illingsworth in the building, and on the digital building.
Right.
We got Rufio Jones in the digital building. Make sure y'all click their links. You know, I got my link tree in there. There he is.
There we go.
Now everybody's here. Now we all
Yes, sir.
here. Full force. Voltron. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, my G?
What's happening?
Yeah, but like I was saying, man, everybody, make sure y'all hit every link in the bios of these gentlemen here in this chat. But we about to get into some shenanigans, man. Like I say, a name tag is necessary meets eternal invite. It's
Right.
definitely a necessary invite. So, man, how's everybody week been?
Woo. You want to go first?
Hey, we start from this end. We'll go with you.
Okay.
Bro.
My week's been pretty cool, man. I've been trying to get out in the nature more, like
Feel that?
get surrounded by greens and fresh air and away from people.
Man, that last part.
So I've been doing a lot of that. Been working on music, of course.
Yes.
that type of deal.
I've been seen. Which is wild because, like, right before I hit you to say, like, yo, we should probably just, mash the podcast together, I was listening to the joint y'all put out a few years ago, the Rap Masters album.
Yeah.
Man, that just sounded like fun and bars.
It was, man.
Said,
it was.
Yo, man. I'd be glad.
That's kind of like
pretty much get back to normal, so everybody can kind of, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, man. Definitely enjoyed that project. Shout out to everybody jumping in the chat, man. Like,
Word up.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's up, Amanda? What's up, One Mathematics?
Yeah.
See you out there.
Yeah, Rufio, man. What's been going on with you, man?
I made the mistake. It wasn't just me. It was a family decision. But we decided to cat sit for a friend. And little quick story. So since he's been here, it's been about a week. His name's Cooper. He since he's been here, every time the door is slightly open, he kind of peeks to see what's going on. So yesterday, I cracked the door open in order to say something to the young lady before she left. and that little slip in judgment, he bolted out the door. So first he ran under the car, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to coax him out or whatever. Get some food out, try and get him to come out. He doesn't. He decides he jumps into the neighbor's house, goes under his car. I'm trying to get him wrangled before the neighbor comes out because I just don't want to bother him with that. But he sees all the commotion. He's like, "You want me to move the car?" I'm like, "Sure." So then after he moves the car, he runs and jumps out of their backyard, but then jumps back in it and hides behind their air conditioning. And, thankfully, he decided to chill. I pick him up. I'm like, "Hey, good. We all cheer." And it's like, "Hey, I still want to be outside, so fuck you." And I don't know.
We gave you the business.
Yeah. He
I
opened
can't
me up
see
a
it that
little bit.
well, but I trust you.
Yeah, so it's fine. Like I didn't realize I was like bleeding until like I got in the house. I was like, oh damn, he like really put up a fight. But I just said all that to say that like animals are stupid. Fuck them. And like you know, it's always they're always more important for meals than for pets. Not don't eat the pets. I'm just saying like if you're gonna keep any kind of animal in your house, make sure it's in your refrigerator because they're stupid.
Oh my god!
Came out all bad.
You know what? You know what's dumb? Like I know you're talking about like food, but like I
Right.
just imagine somebody murdering animals.
Yeah, I'm not calling for that. I'm not calling for a pet genocide. I'm just saying.
My mind went like people probably think like, you know, you're right. You got a good point.
Yeah, and somehow gonna all trickle back down to this.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
I'm just saying that pets are dumb. That's all. As you were.
Was
Oh my
the
God.
going? Shut uppercut.
Oh man, I'm good, man. My mom is visiting from Atlanta, so I just been chilling with her, man, spending some good family time with her and the wife and my daughter, and yeah, it's been cool, man. It's been cool, like trying to balance that and
Weather
working from
acting
home.
right.
Yeah, weather's acting right. It's not like a deluge of rain or anything, or like it's no
For
hurricanes
now.
and nothing. Yeah, right.
I need to check the weather app honestly. Like, 'cause
Yeah, bro.
listen, man, they announced whenever it was that they said the restrictions were lifted when you didn't have to wear a mask anywhere. And immediately after making that announcement, it rained for like 30 days or 30 nights.
It's like God was like, you know what?
It's a sign.
like Mother Nature said, try me.
Guy was like, yeah.
Like that shit
Stay your
is
ass in the house, dog.
like
Stay
damn.
your ass in the house.
Like just every day, really, every fucking day. Like it's just gonna rain. That shit is ridiculous, man. Just looking for the sun, dog. This shit is crazy, man.
like outside is open, but do you really want to be out there?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
nah.
Yeah, man.
They got a whole fraternity of variants waiting for you out there.
A fraternity of variants.
Yeah, the Delta, Epsilon, Alpha, Beta, Gamma.
Delta variant, Spirit,
And they out there stepping on you too. They out there stepping.
Yep.
low key variants.
We are on the line, baby.
Like, dog, this shit is crazy, man. Like, damn, just don't go outside. That's almost like when you were younger and shit. You would have to ask your mom for something, and like they say, ask your dad or whatever, or your mom told you not to do something, so you went behind her. That's what it's like. Like the government is like the mom or the dad telling you, you know, go ahead, it's okay to do some shit. When really your mom's like, I told you not to do it anyway, and they come to rain. That's what that shit is, dog. Shit is fucking insane, man. But no, I'm just glad we getting some sunlight here and there, man. Even though I still pretty much in the house for the most part.
Yeah.
Shit changed there. I'm not ashamed of it, but in the way that I am, I've been like catching up on a lot of and rewatching a lot of Marvel, like films, like for the man. And it's like every time I watch it, I notice something different. For like I was watching Endgame the other day or whatever, and I just like all they had to do was really listen to Tony. Like he told me, he was like, "Yo, like listen, man." Like he kept dancing around it. Like, listen, man, I ain't fucking with that quantum shit. Like y'all, that's what, Because if you fast forward and look where everything is at now, it's like he was telling him like, yo, man, I don't want no parts of that. Like, listen, it's dangerous. He even said it in the movie, like when where everything crashed down, like once Bruce snapped that last time and like woke up Cap like, get up, get up. And you're like, what happened? What happened? He like, you mess with time and tend to mess back. And then follow up was like, you'll see. And then here we are, like, because he's been waiting for these niggas like
You'll
since
see.
forever. Like, nah, we don't want no parts in that, dog.
No.
No parts. So yeah, man, I've just been kind of like being a fucking nerd, just like catching up
Right.
on all that, man. So yeah,
Man, I will say
No, go
they
ahead. Go ahead.
they put Tony through it, bro. Like
man,
he got shot into space.
from the
Like,
Avengers movie, like
yeah.
Yeah, he been getting worked out for a long time.
nigga
Like,
fell out the
truly.
sky, bro. Like, he fell out the sky. It was done then. It was over for him then.
Like, man, they
I mean, we
destroyed
can
his
take it all the way back to
mansion.
Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Nigga heart got
He be getting
ruined.
worked out.
Like,
What you about to say,
ruined,
Sean?
dog.
No, I was saying, like, man, they destroy his mansion. They like they trapped him up in like a dungeon or whatnot.
Yeah. From movie
They
one,
did
dog,
some of
like,
everything to this dude.
Yeah,
from the
definitely.
first movie, dog. Like at first, I was like, damn, Cap went through it, dog. But you know, Cap, he got the fucking serum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
he got
But
USA roids.
I knew he was done when they had like once the second like in Infinity War, you know, he tried to take on Thanos himself. And he went against the Infinity Gun and Thanos just knocked him the hell out.
Right, he's trying to play thumb war with my man.
And that was it. You know what I'm
Thumb
saying?
bigger
Like,
than your head.
yeah, and then in Endgame, it was like I said this before online. I was like, he was done then. Like once that shield got broken up, he thought he had the upper hand. He had the the Milner or whatever. You know, he had him for a minute, but then after a while, you know, Thanos got back a hold of him, like broke his whole shield up and shit. He was just laying there, all that whole army.
Right.
Like, you know, had he not heard, like, I would like to see what would have happened had we never heard Falcon on that, you know, that that speaker, dog. Like, what would have happened?
On your left.
You would have died, dog. Like,
Yeah.
It would have been a mess.
I think they had a part before that where like they showed like his arm was bleeding and he kind of gave himself like a tourniquet on the spot.
Yeah, it was over.
It's like, bro, you was about to be out of there.
It was over for, dog. I love it though, man. That shit is just genius, dog. You just keep, cause I think it's like they make it to where it's almost like, I guess, relatable. You know what I'm saying? Somehow they do a great job at that, way better than DC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not. I don't know.
They slow cooked it, dog. They slow cooked it.
All right.
And doing it again. And doing
Yep.
it again, dog.
Yeah.
Like I just been seeing so much shit like going down this rabbit hole of like theories and everything. And it's like damn, like everything they doing that's connecting to like secret wars and everything that they trying to bring. And I said, damn, they really about to do this shit again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I hope they slow cook it to the extent that they did like that first half, because like these fellas will agree. Like we kind of had this joke where it was like the only thing that was keeping us alive and invincible was our yearning to see how the Marvel movies played out. So just stretch them boys out like another 12 years.
Yeah, right.
Then they got
I
The
need at
thing is,
least
like,
another
I
12.
they got the TV
like
shows
ideally,
moved in
and
now.
this gonna sound bad, but like ideally, Kevin Feige will like die before me because he's older than me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I need to see his whole vision pan out before he, you know what I'm saying, in the dirt.
I hope he got kids that studying, man. Because like I'm telling you, like every time, I hope he got somebody that's like studying, like an heir to his throne or something. That's like, look, I'm willing to take this on to make this better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause, man, like every time I go, you can go back and just watch those movies again and again and catch something new every single time.
Well, speaking of which, since you brought it up, because I happened to say something about this on Twitter, I think earlier this week, but like Anthony Mackie's disembodied voice saying "on your left" is one of the, like, as far as like, if you think of like movie quotes and how impactful they are,
yeah,
that needs to be in the halls of fame with like I'm walking here or you know what I'm saying, like I see dead people, like shit like that, because like honestly, if you really step back and look at, like, that's basically 10-11 years in 3 words.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like the if you think of how the crowd reacted,
Man.
assuming you were there, like in the theater when it first came out, just you could hear audible gasps
Huh?
from the
Man.
hundreds of people in the theater. Like, uh, I mean, look, I know that, like, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn is like hot, but like I don't think when dude said that, the whole the whole
Right.
theater just erupted, right?
Because you
That,
like,
like,
what
that
Applause.
to
on your left
expect.
is one of the biggest things
Yeah.
that ever happened in cinema.
Yeah,
There's nothing you could
nobody knew
compare
what
that
to
to.
expect at all.
There's nothing you can really compare it to, man,
We
just
didn't
because
get
of how
nothing.
much was behind it.
Exactly. We didn't get nothing shown in the preview to like hint at it. Nothing. Nowadays they drag the previews like out.
They
So
showed a
you
whole
damn near
movie,
see
bro.
everything. And in that movie, it was
Yeah.
like you saw bits and pieces where you had an idea of what was gonna happen, but you just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? A full on extent. So like seeing it was like, yo, like even with him getting when Captain America getting Milner, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause we knew in Age of Ultron, we
Ah,
was like, yo, he almost moved that shit. So finally
But
to
you
see it
you
happen
never
again,
thought it
it's
was
like,
gonna pan out like that.
like so. And
yeah.
then it was like, even in like the cartoon or the comics, whatever, other people that held the hammer or whatever, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
my man's Bill or whatever.
Beta Ray
Beta Ray
Bill.
Yeah,
Bill.
Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
You had him, but he was kind of like a villain in a sense. And then you had one chick. She was Hella in Ragnarok. Like that shit was cold. Like he threw
Right.
the hammer at her and shit. She caught that bitch and was like
Right.
just squoze that shit, dog. It was like I'm like, yo, she's a slept on villain. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wish they would
Yes.
have fleshed her character out a little bit more. They should have like, I was like, damn, they really missed the opportunity because she was like the goddess of death or whatever. And I know,
Mm-hmm.
like in the comics, Thanos was like in love with death or whatever. So
Yeah.
I think it would have been dope if they could have really fleshed that out and had
Yeah.
him and her had that relationship, whatever. And Thanos really just be savage because he was kind of like technically light on him in Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
He was just a calm villain, dog. Like the coldest line, he comes to them, he say, what he say? He like, you couldn't live with your own failures. What did that mean?
Right. Right.
Back to me. like, that's some cold shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
And
telling you,
and
go
that's
watch
why
that
I
shit.
enjoyed it, though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
man.
Yeah.
like when you deal with somebody, he's an alien, but he has a body. I guess I can say that. But like when you deal with somebody that is just purely pragmatic, and it's like, look, I'm doing this for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you might not live, but I'm doing this for you and the health of your people. Not just
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because like I'm a murderous monster.
So says, what up? He just jumped in the
This is
chat.
good for everybody.
Yo,
What
yo,
up,
yo.
though?
Yeah, man.
So
And like
like
telling people to
I don't
be
know, man.
grateful.
The way it was played, again with that slow burn and
Man.
whatnot, like shit's
It's about to get more crazy. Like we got some years to go, but this shit about to get super crazy, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
just from what I understand with everything with the Secret Wars, like just the whole different variants of the heroes, and then well, I guess can we call them heroes? They fucked up a lot of shit. I don't know if I should really call them heroes, but different variants of them, and then different variants of the villains. You got different variants of Doom, Kang, of course. Like, dog, this shit about to get crazy. So we think
Mm-hmm.
right now, yeah, what happened with Thanos, that shit was great. We
Yeah.
sitting with that, but what's about to really happen, dog?
Yeah.
Man,
With the whole addition of a multiverse, like you have an
listen,
instant
man.
end to like bring in all those like Fox characters.
Yeah, I think
hmm
I put it online. I was saying before, like they had the theory out there saying that the last scenes of I don't want to say it without spoiling it, but the last scenes of Loki in the season finale and WandaVision are like synced together.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
So,
Mm.
and it's like, dog, that shit basically saying like, he who remains or whatever. It's almost like him piecing all this shit together and knew
Mm-hmm.
everything that was gonna happen. And shout out to Jonathan Majors because like he like bodied that shit. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah, bro.
I keep saying
Yeah,
that's
serious.
KRS-One, brother. Like
Yeah,
now that I've said it once, I can't help but watch that scene, like his scenes in that show. I can't help but watch it with the KRS-One like acting that shit out. So just picture KRS-One voice like saying those lines as that shit, like jumping on the table and shit. Like see hip hop. The variants of sucker MCs. Like that shit is
oh snap.
crazy, man. Like he really had like the fucking the grill sandals on. Like yo, like he might have had way too much fun like doing that.
Right.
Like way too
Yeah,
much fun.
that's really what I liked about it too, man.
Yeah,
Just
so
like
says it said, and
the
my raps will destroy you. Like that's just some real shit Karen would say, dog. I can't see it any different, man. That shit. Yeah, man. He had a lot of fun like doing that shit, man. There's so much
yeah.
I've been seeing. Like Marvel is fucking incredible, dog. Like just that, that shit go back to like how far? Like, what we talking like?
Over a decade.
Like
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
What
not
like
even just from the
14?
comics up until now.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like just for your mind, it's just be like, man, I'm gonna create a character that your imagination is just be like, I'm gonna create a character that does X, Y, Z or whatever, and just kind of like even with Captain America, like aligning that with what was going on during the times. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if I'm not mistaken, I feel like the comic book characters kind of came about because of the wars and everything that was going on. So like, man, just that imagination. Let me create a character that's fighting for the country or whatever. Just one particular hero. Let me create a dude. You know what? He got bit by a spider, and then he become these big ass. You know what I'm saying? Like the
yeah.
Right.
franchise,
Like
that shit is crazy.
they endure and then they become facets of the culture. You know
We
what I'm
got a
saying?
whole thing of mutants out here. Like that shit is like, yeah, man. And then and then the people, the viewers that watch it and actually do the recaps and the Easter eggs that they be finding. I don't know how they find this shit, dog. Like, do they got a team?
Bro,
Not only that, how they
they need
get
to
it
be
done
solving
in the course of
crimes.
like 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
movie
Dog.
will be over or the show will be over, and then
and we
they'll have it
guarantee
posted like 5 hours
99,
later.
99
5 hours
Easter
later.
eggs from Endgame.
It don't even be just a recap. It'd be like a recap and Easter eggs, and they will
Right.
find everything
Yep.
you did not see. Like
Right.
it blew my mind when they the Ant-Man 2, when they get Janet or whatever, Van Dyne from the quantum realm or whatever, and they take off in the machine, and I just watched them. Oh, they got up out there. And then I watched the Easter egg or whatever recaps. I'm like, what? Where? Yeah, if you look over in the left, there's Chronopolis over there with Kane. You're like, wait, man, how did y'all even find that shit,
Like,
dog?
why would you look to the left?
Wow.
Why would you look to the left?
Like,
Like the movie was in the middle, dog. Why would you
Right.
doing
it's
that
like,
in the
how did
first
y'all
place?
even find this, dog? Like, that's all I be wondering. Like, yo, do y'all got a team? Like, is there a team like helping
Nah,
find
nah.
certain shit, or is it just one person? Like, that's a talent, dog. That's
You
a
just gotta,
super
you just gotta,
talent.
you just gotta focus when you're in the theater. When you look up and see somebody like clinging to the screen with a magnifying glass, like, what are you doing over there, bro?
Like I watched it
Getting Easter
completely
eggs.
different. I'm like, what did I miss? Anything? Like when WandaVision came out, that's when I really was like, oh, we gotta watch this differently. Like you can't
Right.
just watch that just to
Dog.
watch it to enjoy it. But once I start seeing the reviews, like, wait, where did they find that shit? Like they just
Mm-hmm.
point shit out. Like,
Dog,
yeah,
they be
this
out
shit,
here with the 4K zoom ins, watching frame
man,
by frame,
this shit
Right.
is
Right.
like
insane,
like
dog.
they out here, dog.
Insane,
The
dog.
with the black light.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm
Playing it in
saying?
reverse.
that's a
Yeah,
skill.
dog.
I can't do
Like, come
that.
on,
That's a
man.
skill. That's an imperial
Oh
skill. I
man,
wanted to get into just
yeah.
like y'all origin, man, because I never really saw like interviews with y'all, or neither have I like sat down one on one with y'all. But what's the Detroit
hmm
city origin like? How did y'all all even? Because the chemistry is there. Like I've seen y'all perform many a times, and the chemistry is just
hmm
like automatic. So like I want to know the origin of y'all. Like how did y'all even link and come about to become this phenomenal group?
Okay. Well, I can,
You
I
too
can, I
kind.
can, I
First of
can,
all,
Yeah.
I can. Yeah. Thank you.
No,
I can,
no,
I can, I
absolutely.
can give a few pieces. Like me and Sean Uppercut, we're kind of from the same general neighborhood, and we
Okay,
actually ran into each other like very briefly when we were in the same middle school,
okay,
and then we all met up and like kind of formed in high school because we all went to the same high school.
okay.
Bro. We went to Murphy Middle School. Dog,
Yes.
this place is
Yes.
like the 11th circle of hell, dog. Like this, like like they brought a gun to school and shot open the vending machine, and
Wait a minute,
instead of like
why?
it, dog, middle school, somebody brought the gat and they shot open the
Oh
vending machine,
God.
and instead of running away, they ran toward the vending machine to ransack the candy, dog.
Yes.
This is
Thug,
our origin
thug
story,
life.
guy. Like
Yes.
Like, yo, like, man,
crazy.
what is it about like the worst shit happening in middle school versus like high school though? I never understood that like
Mhm.
in Detroit, like you see some wild shit in middle school opposed to like high school. I never
Right.
understood that. No, that's fucking
Because
crazy.
because
I
they're
feel I
kids,
feel like they
dog.
get it out
Kids
the
do
way
Yeah,
dumb
early.
shit.
That's some
Yeah.
movie shit. Shot up the vending machine.
yeah.
Like, what was in
You get to
there?
get it out the way early, and you don't have to experience it later.
What was it? A
But,
pop
but
machine
and
or
if
was
you
this
think
like?
about it, like to if you like juxtapose it to now, like that being the most violent experience that you know, hopefully you would have seen at school is pretty dope because you live. You know what I'm saying? So
I
You,
survived.
hey,
Yeah,
you're on to something, bro.
yeah.
Like, yo, man. Like, was it a pop machine or was this like a variety, a snack machine or some
It's like the
This was
candy
like
machine, right?
the candy machine. Yeah, like it was chips
Yeah.
and like Swedish fish and all type of like Snickers and
Yeah, yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah, it was the sweets that
And
made them do that. Like
yeah,
the sweets,
The sugar.
that's all
That
that
sugar.
mattered at the time. You know what I'm saying?
sweets
You
combined with the
10 years
hostile
old.
environment. Like
Yeah.
Oh my god.
it was a bad mix,
Yes.
man. So y'all
But
didn't
yeah,
meet
dog, like
Rufio until high school, or he?
yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
say it again, name
No,
tag.
I was
What you
gonna
say?
say like y'all didn't meet Rufio until high school, or was he the? Yeah,
Yes.
okay,
Yep.
okay, tight.
yeah,
And
so we
you know,
like
we were
what was did we click up in like 11th grade? Like I'm trying to find I don't remember when we
um
found Doc, you know what I'm saying? Like
I feel like we all I think I was in like the 10th grade. So yeah, it probably would have been the 11th
Yeah.
grade.
okay.
It if it was the 10th grade for me, it was definitely the 11th grade for
Yeah,
y'all.
there we go.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's tight, man.
Yep,
That's
yep,
tight.
yep.
Like, so when did the first official, I guess, recording happen?
Ooh. Well, we had a big, gigantic crew that we were all a part of, and we
Right.
started recording in like 2001.
Okay.
And then I think out of that, the first Detroit City tracks might have occurred maybe like 4-5 years later, maybe.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Does that
because
tight.
sound right?
my brain my brain
Hmm.
is telling me 2007 was when we came out with the rhyming dictionary because I believe it was February of 2008 when we did our first show.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we came out with the rhyming dictionary on Christmas of 2007, I believe,
Okay.
and people seem to really like it. But then, like when
Shouts
we
out to
did
Eric
the
L.
show, yes, Lord, I that's for me. That's the thing that I guess like I'll never forget, but I'll never understand either. Like how with you know the few things that we did via the internet, how a man from Sweden was like, hey, these dudes from Detroit sound kind of cool. Let's work together. You know what I'm saying? Like
This
that's
like,
just gonna blow my mind forever
Right.
because that's another place that's way far away.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like the internet being able to like have us come together like that and for somebody so far away to like for us to be able to vibe like that
hmm
just based off like he had you know music that he made that somehow we were able to like write to like this shit was just
Right.
that was just a fun time in life.
And this was
Man,
I
like
can
it.
uh I can add
blog
another
era
piece to
too.
that.
Now that I
Wait, what
think
you say?
about it, this like blog era too. Like when blogs is like really starting to jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's crazy. Go ahead, Woody.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like I think how we got with Eric L, who like produced half of our first EP, was MySpace, because I was
Hmm.
putting beats on MySpace, and I think me and Eric had started kind of like communicating and getting cool, and
Man,
then that kind of became, you know, a way to like work together on, you know, putting vocals on some of his beats. And I think at that time, I didn't even have like a good microphone or audio interface, and he sent us a microphone and a preamp from Sweden
Oh,
just to give to us so that we could record to his music.
wow, man. Yo,
Man.
MySpace was special, man. Like,
Yes.
like talk
Mm-hmm.
about being paid for verses from again, like cats from overseas, like, cause they just looking and they amazed at like what's happening on the Detroit scene. So it's like
Right.
just, you know what I'm saying? And cause like just as y'all were like fresh out here in the scene, so was I, like as a solo
Mm-hmm.
act. So it was like that's just how everything just come together. Cause I want to say I think I saw y'all perform for the first time. It might have been at the Bullfrog.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, which we ran into the dirt. Like, definitely at the Bullfrog, and I'm sure it was probably a couple times at Old Miami. And it's just like I used to just like y'all, Street Justice, Coleman Young. It was like yo, that it was
Clear
just
Soul.
chemistry, man. So and then of course Clear Soul Forces. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing that chemistry, like man, like I was just always in awe of like what the groups could do. You know, on the scene.
Yeah. That
So
was a
yeah,
fun time, man. Like
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
that was a really fun time.
For me, I'll probably say like 2007 mainly, just that whole era from like '07 through maybe 2012 even probably. Like it was a good run, like just that
Hmm.
vlog era, and then it started to kind of teeter off. Probably once streaming started becoming more of a thing and kind of like,
Yeah.
just a little bit away from that. So yeah, that's dope, man. So like, so you, because I know you said it was over somebody else's beat. So at the time, were you making beats per se, or this was just
Well, we like I've been making beats for a super long time. So like even when we had the big crew, I was doing a lot of beats for
okay?
for that. And then I think like originally when like Detroit City came about, I kind of was on the tip of like not trying to rap anymore, and I
Right.
was only producing. And then just getting with Eric L and linking with Eric L just opened up the opportunity for us to
Yeah.
like collaborate with somebody else, and it was dope for me as a producer because like his beats are still very incredible, and at the time it very much allowed for like to have somebody to push me directly to like produce better beats.
Yeah. Man.
So with that EP we did it like half and half, I think, for that
Yep.
one.
I remember
Mm-hmm.
the Rhyming Dictionary project too. That's what's crazy about it. Like when y'all speak, I'm like, damn, I do remember seeing it. Cause so much was just coming out all at once. So like I said,
Yeah.
it's the blog era for me because it's like every blog was posting everybody music. So
Right.
Hmm.
yeah, man. And if you were fortunate like to get your music heard by somebody like over, like you say, Sweden, man, this was somebody who's like, oh, what's
Yeah,
this? You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is dope. Let me link with them and work. That's an amazing feat.
absolutely.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then just it would work the other way around too. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Yeah.
I can say that I wasn't necessarily checking for Swedish hip hop beats or whatever, but like
Hmm.
when I heard them shits, I'm like, oh, y'all over there doing some work. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounded sweet. What there he also Eric L linked us up with this dude named Stray, and like
Ah.
his singing abilities and like what he was able to do with his voice hadn't really heard in a long time, and I thought it was like really incredible. So like they were doing some super other shit over there, but it was also very familiar. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that's why I feel like it was like real easy for us to uh make that connection, because it's like I've never heard this before, but I've heard it
Right.
all my life. You know what I
So
mean?
like
It was
Mm-hmm.
so
so like
it
how
made it real nice, man. Like
so
and yeah, I'm not gonna forget that. That was a
man.
truly
Yeah.
crazy time to be
Yeah.
alive. I'm like, man,
I
we
think
We
I,
love
we doing
guns,
it.
man. That's crazy.
I think we met 730 from MySpace too.
That's right.
Yep.
Shouts out to 730,
Yep.
Man.
who also has worked with Eric.
So like how America has Swizz beats, do they have Swedish beats? I see my way out. I see my way out. I
Oh,
see.
he had to be like USA beats or something
That's
like
right.
that.
Exactly.
You know
Right.
what I'm
Oh
Hey
man.
man, yeah, he'd be cheddar beats. Yeah.
So like if we fast forward ahead, like obviously you guys did excellent and continue to do excellent in the space in hip hop, but then pandemic happens, right? We have no control over that. And I remember telling, shout out to DJ DDT, I was like, man, I just want to see more of the artists that have personalities from this. Because y'all, aside of rap, like I've seen y'all on stage, like in between songs, like just ridiculous, just hilarious banter. You know what I'm saying on stage, and it's like, yo,
That's my favorite part
you
of
know what I'm
performing
saying?
Yep.
on stage.
Like, yo, like what? And so it was like that shit. I just be looking like, yo, they are hilarious, dog. So you jump from the podcast space. And then, hold on one second. What happened?
Real life, y'all. It's real life.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we do it.
Hold on one second.
Handling biz.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, that's a nice plant right there.
Yeah, I was a comment, man.
All right.
Like your plant look healthy, bro. Like
Oh,
what are you feeding that
money
thing?
tree.
Like,
But but like, so we fast forward to the pandemic, and that happens, and y'all come with this podcast, man. I think it took me like to recognize what Illingsworth had been doing. I'm like, well, you do these lives like before the actual shows happen. Like, and then I finally I think the episode I tapped in on for Eternal Invite was you guys titled it "You Came and You Can't," and I said I got to see what this is about, dog. And like I tapped into that, and it just
Oh my
comedy,
god.
dog. Just comedy. So like, how,
Rufio Jones, Bacon,
like,
Herman Cain.
man, what led to that as far as just coming about, like saying, yo, we just gonna do this podcast and open up this space. Like, who came up with that to just be like, let's just link together and just make this happen, and just being so consistent with it.
Well, we've been talking for a long time about maybe. I'm sorry, somebody gave me some chicken. We, somebody, hey man, somebody give you chicken, you gotta eat it, bro.
it's like a
Somebody give you
chicken walked up and gave you some
gotta eat
chicken.
it, bro. I want to do a podcast with these fellas for quite a long time, and like before the pandemic, and so just like with the influx of all this technology to do all this streaming stuff very easily, it made sense in order for us to like stay engaged with each other and communicate on a regular basis, and also to entertain because everybody has been missing
Man,
being on some kind of stage.
yeah,
So I felt like this was the perfect opportunity for us to like do that in a safe way. So I just started it up. I've been trying to be dedicated and keep doing episodes very frequently.
it's needed.
I think we up to like 46, 47 episodes now.
Yeah, man. And
So
then,
we've been doing it.
It was just y'all three, and then y'all brought in, you know what I'm saying. So man, you got Self Says, it's like three.
You got the
four
Post
others.
Focus
Yeah, man.
up in there.
Hilarious.
Amanda's up in there from time to time. We had our friend Sharice. We had our friend Devin Grice come through there. We had Dahlia Malik, the stand-up comedian. All sorts of people.
Devin
man,
too. She's a stand-up comedian. Since we
Yep.
was bringing up.
Yeah, let me not forget. We had you up in there. You know what I'm saying?
couple
Like,
times.
it's been a good time, man. We've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it.
It's appreciated, man. That consistency is necessary. Like I kept saying, like, man, we need more like in this space, like of artists like jumping and just doing both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I was like, man, I was just in awe, and it's just hilarious because it's not. I can tell like it's not overly prepared. It's just like you just jumping in, like, just shoot the shit, and then it's just like entertaining, man. Like definitely.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
always locked in.
it was something that I noticed. Like, we've been friends for years and years, and we have silly, stupid conversations every time we get together. And I always thought like it would be interesting to just let people see like a portion of that. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, the reality is it's basically long form of what you said earlier, where the talking in between the performing the songs is your favorite part. This is just how we talk anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what, like, when we were on stage, other than practicing the songs to make sure we remembered the words, we didn't ever know what we were doing. Not in the sense that we went up there like I don't know how a mic works, but like we
Right.
did not know what we were going to do. You know what I'm saying? So everything that that would happen between songs or whatever, all that was impromptu. And that's with Eternal Invite. That's all that's happening. Like unless we have something prepared and just in terms of what we're going to talk about, we have no idea what's going to happen. It's just like hopefully one of us, probably me, doesn't get us kicked off the internet. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Yeah, that you can't, because it was like I remember really just being locked in during the whole time of the election, and just the takes on that is just like, yo, man, like that. Just the whole you came and you can't, though, that just took me out, though. Like,
Bro.
that guy, that was just that was a funny time in a weird way, because it's not funny, you know what I'm saying? Somebody died, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in a really hilarious
it was before he died,
situation.
though, right? Wasn't that before he died? Cause
No.
Oh, he was up out of here.
He was already okay.
Yeah, he might have still been warm, but he was out of here, bro. He was out of here.
This is wild, like super wild. Yeah, man, I'm definitely a fan. Like, would y'all plan on, I guess, like, if things ever officially, I mean, they technically are, but like at some point, would y'all just be like, yo, we gonna really lock in and lock in studio and like do this, or is it just like the fire is there, just doing it remotely?
I personally would like to at some point like bring it into the same space.
Yeah.
I've traditionally out of the group, I've been the one who's had like the most recording equipment and stuff. I'm kind of looking for the right space right now to like set up shop before we can actually do that in person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely enjoy doing it in person. Personally.
What made you choose Twitch versus just, well, obviously at the time IG was just doing the split 1-on-1 versus now a lot more.
Well, for me, a few years previous, I kind of began the path of trying to be like a streamer, like a Twitch streamer, or just a streamer in general of like video game content.
Yeah.
And I was streaming to multiple platforms at once, and I was doing it so much and so often that I eventually got a Twitch affiliate account.
Oh.
And when you enter into the affiliate contract, they have like an exclusivity thing where you can only stream to that platform. Okay. And anything you stream on there, you can't put on another platform until 24 hours afterwards. Oh, okay. And so since I, gained the affiliate status or whatever, I just been, using that as the main thing. And doing the podcast has kind of allowed me to continue to build that audience over there.
Word. See, my whole thing with Twitch, I just thought it was like video games only, and I haven't really gotten into video games in forever.
Right. And they do everything on there now.
And I see DJs going on there. I'm like, wait a minute, what can you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, remember everything on the internet is made for pornography. So even if it started as a video game, eventually there was gonna be some smut on there, dog. So I don't know how to find it. I haven't cracked that code, but I'm just saying no.
I've only heard.
Oh my god.
Man. Yeah, because I see like DJs jumping on there, and I know with music, like performing wise and everything, they kind of like real tight still on the copyright laws and everything. Actually, it's getting to a point where it's like ridiculous. Like they cracking down on everything. Even here, it's like you can't even like I played some of my own stuff and they sent the notice. I'm like, this is me.
Yeah. It's that's weird, ain't it? There should be something in the content aggregators where you can like flag your own accounts to like not give you a strike for your own music. That's like ridiculous.
That's weird, man. They just
hey, cat.
No, like, like this is my music. Like, what are some like just going back to like you guys as performers, music. What are some of y'all most memorable shows?
Oh man, there were some early shows for the rhyming dictionary that I always used to enjoy because we would have a section where we would actually have a rhyming dictionary and just do very silly raps where it would kind of be like half freestyle, half using this rhyming dictionary to just make a dumb rap.
Right.
And we did that at quite a few shows, I think, before we kind of retired it. But all those times, were very fun. I think some of them even exist on YouTube, like some
Correct.
clips.
Like
of us doing that.
I know I have our first show on my YouTube when we used the rhyming dictionary for the first time, and like I think maybe a couple of months ago I went and watched it again, and I was just like, man, this is like if I was watching this like at this. At the old Miami, I'd have been like, you know what, this is a good time. Like, these dudes are fun. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been glad and appreciative that I was right about that. That like people really were like this is an enjoyable time because I'm like
very humble.
I was gonna ask, did y'all do the rap van that they had?
Yeah.
Yes.
We did that.
I can't say COVID happened to the rap van because it kind of like disappeared before that happened. Like, what happened to the rap van?
ooh.
With that, there, as far as I know, there were like some unscrupulous activities going on behind the scenes that we sat.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we didn't find out until after we had already performed with them.
Right.
But as soon as it was known, a lot of other people like pulled out of
Right.
doing stuff with them. You know what I mean? And I kind of had to have like a call and talk to some people like, yo, like, what's this all about?
Mhm.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? But
And the
wild.
craziest thing about it for me, and I'll admit it, that's one of the most like incredible times I've ever had doing rap stuff.
Yeah.
That's what's so like upsetting about the
Yeah.
shit is just that like that's gonna be something like I'll never forget,
Somebody
and
in
it's
the
something
chat
that
said
I
it, and
have
I
to
wasn't
forget.
gonna say it. They said it in the chat. It was in my head, but it was car wins. They just said
Oh wait, I didn't see it.
because it's
My
only
chat
two.
is frozen.
But they said y'all was on Bang Bus, man.
I mean,
Oh,
I wish they would have called us up.
oh my god.
Hey,
They wanted to
whenever
get
they
it.
want to step through with the collab.
Oh man,
Oh my
Yes.
god.
hilarious.
Like
man.
that was funny until it was like, well, that's not a bad idea.
Exact. To be exact.
I mean, I don't know if I want to rap next to nobody with their nuts out, but it's all
Touche.
good.
They don't have to be nuts there. There are different genres.
Oh man, that's hilarious, man. Yeah, I was wondering what happened to that, man. I seen like a couple acts perform on there, so I had reached out, and then by the time I reached out, it was just like gone. I was like,
Yeah,
dang.
yeah.
Yeah, they shut that down real quick.
Thought they was
I
having
guess behind
transmission
whatever.
issues or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Y'all was on the bang bus. That's a funny
that's
thing.
hilarious.
I'm mad that my comments have frozen. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, man, that's wild, man. Man, but that's
Man, what the hell is that?
Is some
That
type
didn't
of
sound
like
like a dog.
That's my pet bird.
it is.
yeah. Cause I was like, I'm not outside. And I looked at all the other shoes outside. It was worth an uppercut. So yeah, man.
Right.
We were asking them, Sean, like, what were their? I was asking what were their most memorable performances. Did you have any that you wanted to share in particular?
Shit, man. Warped Tour. Warped Tour was that was a real fun time, man.
Mm-hmm.
We man, that whole summer leading up to that performance, we trained like Saiyans, dude.
Yep.
Like weeks and weeks and weeks on end to get our stage show like really, really tight. And it's like I think it carried through to like everything we did past that point. So so that was like super memorable. We leveled up like so many notches there. So
And it was tight because we got to have like the homies involved in that too. Cause like on the rhyming dictionary there's a song called Roll where it's just like a posse track, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was maybe like 8 people on that song or whatever. So we got to have all them do the Warped Tour too. So that was tight.
Now, with the way things are now, if they booked y'all for a show, how apprehensive are you about, doing it?
I mean, I can rap with a mask on, no problem.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
was gonna say I'll be relatively apprehensive, but I'm also poor, so like book me up.
I'm only apprehensive because I feel like they just ain't cleaning the mics, man. That's just
Yeah, right.
I mean, you could always go like extra
depending
pro
on the
level.
show.
Just bring your own microphone. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
that too.
I got my own.
That too, man. Like, cause that's the only thing. It's like it's the crowds. And it's like like I see people out. I be like, man, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know,
It
man.
it would definitely be a rip and dip. You know, like
Right.
I'm going in, performing,
That's
and
a show.
I'm going out.
That's an event in itself.
Yeah.
Called a rip and dip. Like, artists come,
Yeah,
you perform,
Yeah.
get out, leave. No
And
more.
also, like, even with that, like, I would prefer, like, if we did get booked for something, like, please let it be outside. Please let it be outside.
Right.
Please let it be outdoors.
Yeah.
Like you got the capability. You got, you know what I'm saying, all the possible ways to do that. Just make it outside. But thankfully, we're not important enough for any of that to happen. So we don't have to worry about that.
I had a couple of like digital gigs over this time. Like the homie Dahlia, like she does a video podcast called The Interruption Show. It's also a live show too, but she's had me on there a couple of times. I got something coming up where I did a virtual beat set for Exploded Drawing, a collective out of Austin, Texas. Well, that'll be on their YouTube soon or whatever. But like that stuff is cool, as well. Like
I saw that Bandcamp does it now, where you could do like live. I have yet to try it out.
the homie Nelson Bedella did a show on there.
I
Shouts
gotta
out to
see.
Nelson.
I'm
That's
looking at
what's
some
up.
performances to check it out because I'm still thinking about doing it. But I'm like, I don't know, man. I just kind of I ain't touched the stage in a while, man. It's just like,
Right.
and then you got the live performances too, where the artist is on the stage and it's like nobody's there, but they on the stage. It just feel weird, man. I was watching, I seen a dude go like, "Hey, y'all fucking with me out there?" And it's like, well, nobody's there.
Hurt.
Right.
it was a Ja Rule, and
Yeah, man. Ain't that
I
wild?
guess not.
Ain't that wild that when he did that, when Ja Rule did it, one in the Milwaukee Bucks game,
I
yeah,
think so.
and then
Yeah.
fast they winning the championship. That's crazy. Ja Rule
Can-
did it, man.
Yep.
Ja Rule. It was Ja Rule.
Where's Ja?
where's Ja?
Where's Ja?
Ja Rule, man.
Hey, just a
Milwaukee
heads
Bucks
up, my
fan.
phone is at 20%.
Yeah, mine's about to go. I'm gonna do like how you do since we're approaching the hour in. Go ahead, everybody, drop your social media handles.
let's
Sorry
go.
at the top, Illingsworth.
Okay, well, I'm at Illingsworth on most things. Instagram, of course, which is right here. Twitter, at Illingsworth. And you can go to illingsworks.bandcamp.com to get my music and music from these fellas too. As the group Detroit City, and there's some Rufio solo projects on there as well.
Yes, sir. Rufio, what you got, man?
Well, so it says at Detroit City, CYDI. That it's still technically a group page. I was just never I was too lazy to make my own. So that's why I just been like putting stuff for me. So I'm the one on Detroit City, but when we do stuff, I'll still post our stuff. On Twitter is at Rufio Jones, RUFIOJONES. I think it's the same thing on YouTube, but if it's not, whatever.
You type in his name, you getting him.
Right.
Rufio,
So
they want to know
get
when you
Rufio.
gonna review food again. Somebody just like,
oh yeah, I got hold of the salted caramel brownie Oreo, so I'll do that. There's a dulce la leche cinnamon toast crunch, so I'll be doing that. So I still got stuff on deck. The last thing I did was the firework Fago. So yeah, I'm still on it.
sir.
Let's go.
What you got, Sean? What you talking about to the people?
Sean Uppercut on pretty much everything, I think, except Bang Bus.
Everywhere but there.
Everywhere but there.
He's Sean Buttercut.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
He's big slinger on Bang.
Right. There's a different name there.
Slang uppercut.
Sean
In a-
Upperbutt.
And also just wanted to whoa.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
Very,
God.
very, very
sorry.
good.
I'm mad it took me that long to get there. I'm sorry.
That's
Oh,
dumb.
Oh, the fact that this video, we get to go back and watch it.
Right.
Oh
Oh my
man,
God.
that's hilarious, man. And then yeah, me, I guess well, people y'all watching, you like the hat. The link is in the bio. Hit the link
Mm-hmm.
tree. You got the label snapback hat, and we got the probably the work
Let's
win
go.
repeat
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Work,
t-shirts
Mm-hmm.
out.
win,
Limited EP
repeat.
across all the
Mm-hmm.
platforms. You know, you can go grab that. Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Tidal, wherever.
Woo.
Bandcamp, of course. Nametagalexander.com is the website. A Name Tag is Necessary podcast across all the podcast platforms. And this was just a mashup, man. A name tag is necessary, plus eternal invite. And will you get a necessary invite? Don't have to do it again, for sure. So, yeah, man.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
We don't want
Thank
to
you for all the
spoil them.
support too, bro.
For sure. And I'm going to get this video to you actually as well, and the
Yeah,
audience,
man.
you know, whatever
Thank you,
platforms
bro.
you want to put it on. It's been real, fellas.
Oh, much
Appreciate it.
appreciated.
Appreciate it. And we're going to kick it in a minute. Peace.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Peace, everybody.
All right.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Peace.
Peace, peace, peace.